Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Mary Margaret, and today I'm going to be filming a Get Ready With Me Q&A. So yesterday I had you guys ask some questions on my Instagram story that you guys sent in. So we have a good mix of questions to go through today. So I'm just going to do my makeup. I'm getting ready for a coffee date. I'm gonna go and meet a new friend today. And so yeah, I kind of wanted to just like take you guys along for getting ready and answer any questions that you guys might have. So to start off, I don't typically wear like a base. I kind of just go right in with concealer, but recently I've been using this Fenty Beauty. It's called their Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. I'm in the shade 12. They have a little quiz online if you don't know what shade you'd be. If I keep looking to the side, I have a mirror right here just because our bathroom didn't have any good like filming spots for me to set the camera up, so we're currently in our bedroom. I'm on the floor doing my makeup and I have a mirror to the side so that I can see what I'm doing. Also, I am not like in any way good at makeup. Like this video is not me being like, oh, follow my makeup routine. I'm not a makeup beauty guru. I like watching people get ready, and it's also like a great time to like answer questions. So first up, it says, didn't you feel weird posting like an influencer when you didn't have a big following? Yes, 100%. Definitely had like imposter syndrome, and honestly, some days I still do. It's totally normal. And like what I've been saying recently, like on TikTok and to people who like reach out, honestly, fake it till you make it. I know that is like such a funny phrase, but it honestly works. Like if you are confident in yourself, other people are going to be confident in you. Okay, I just changed my shirt, but basically everyone starts somewhere, and it definitely feels weird in the beginning, but you get past that. People are like, okay, this is what she's doing now, and if they want to follow you, they will, and if not, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I just went in with the Tarte Shape Tape contour concealer. And I just put that like under my eyes, and then if I have any problem areas. So next question. Do you ever feel like you're running out of things to share on your stories? Yes and no. For me, I like to share like a little quote every day just to like inspire people, put them in like a good mindset for the day. And then I typically will just like share things throughout my day. Like if I'm shooting content, I'll usually like post a selfie of me and Noah saying that that's what we're doing. Or I really like to utilize polls and the question box feature just to like interact with you guys and get to know you better and get your opinions on things. So I'm always trying to be active on stories just because I feel like that's how like I grow relationships with you guys, and it ultimately builds a community. But yes, sometimes I do struggle with coming up with ideas of what to post on stories. Next question says, how do you take your own pictures and know how to pose? So I have been thinking about this recently, and I am very lucky to have Noah to take all of my photos. I have tried taking tripod photos in the past, and it is extremely hard. So I give lots of credits to those who shoot their own photos with a tripod. It takes a lot of work and a lot of courage to do it in public. But thankfully Noah takes all of my photos. We usually shoot on like a weekend and batch shoot a bunch of content, or we will do it like in the afternoon once we're both done with classes for the day. And then as far as posing, I feel like now that I've been doing this for almost a year, I pretty much have like my poses down in terms of like what I know looks good and like what I can always count on to like come out with a good photo. I posted about that on my story the other day. Like I always do like the flamingo, like the leg pop. I typically will like turn around and do a shot from the back just because it's so easy. I also like to sit down like if there's stairs or a bench. I just feel like that's a little bit different than your average standing pose. But for pose inspo, I get a lot of my ideas and like inspiration for that on Pinterest. I just scroll through there. I have a whole board that's called like photo inspo, or just like when I'm saving outfit pins. All of those are inspiration ultimately, not just for outfits, but also for pose ideas. How did you go about apartment hunting in 30A? I would love to move out there soon. That is so exciting, and I hope you get to because it is such a great place to be. Real quick, I'm going in with the Clinique Chubby Stick. This is their sculpting contour stick. I saw Sammy Robinson, she would always use this, and that is kind of why I've bought it, and like this is now one of my like holy grail products. It just melts into your skin. It's literally like a big crayon. And yeah, I just put it in like all the spots that you would normally contour. And I put it a little bit higher just because, like almost like where you would put blush. I do little lines on my jaw. Okay, so how did we go about apartment hunting? Okay, we're gonna try this again. For whatever reason, the camera, it keeps cutting me off randomly. I'm like, I don't realize it, and I keep going, and then I'm like, wait, where did it cut me off? So what I was saying is how we went about apartment hunting in 30A is we've kind of always known that that's where we wanted to be, like that's where we wanted to end up. And so for like the past year, I would say every time we visit, which I think we've been in 2021, I think we went like 10 out of the 12 months. So we would just like always be on the lookout as we were driving. And most recently in the past few months when like we knew it was gonna be happening soon, like we knew our move was coming up, we were just looking on like Zillow, apartments.com, all the typical apartment hunting websites. And then we actually passed one that just looked beautiful from the outside, and I was like, I want to live there, you know? Like, it just looked really nice. It was in the perfect location and great for Noah's work as well. And also really close to Noah's parents' house in Florida. So it was kind of like the best of everything. So we did schedule a tour, we called, scheduled an appointment, did a little walkthrough, and we ended up loving it. And at the time, no units were available. So we got our name on a list to be alerted as things came about. And since then, we've just like been on the website every day, like refreshing, trying to like see if things have become available. And finally one day there was a 2-bedroom. We were originally hoping to get a 1-bedroom because it is just the two of us. But between both of us and like all of our stuff, all of my clothes, all of Noah's camera gear, like the 1-bedroom was gonna be really hard. So we ended up going forward with the 2-bedroom. And I'm so happy that we did, because now we can have family visit, friends visit whenever they want, and it's not like they have to get an Airbnb or worry about them sleeping on the couch. Like, they'll be comfortable and have their own space. And also that 2nd bedroom is going to give me like an office area since I will be working from home. So yeah, that's kind of like how we went about it. It's honestly just like browsing the area and getting your name on lists, and in hopes that something will become available in your timeline. But yeah, that is how we found our apartment, and I'm so excited to get down there. I think it's like 40 days or something. I did like a little countdown the other day because we're just so excited. And yeah, I'm excited to take you guys along for that whole process. We ordered, or like we have to book a U-Haul to move all of our stuff. So I will be vlogging all of that and taking you guys along for like an empty apartment tour. And then like once it's fully furnished and decorated, like I'll give you like a full apartment tour once everything's ready. But yeah, I'm just very excited for that whole process. Next up, I'm going in with some cream blush. So I actually use this, it's a little trio from Alley-Oop, and if you've been following me since I started, this brand was like one of my first collabs. I've worked with them a few times. They make very like clean ingredient makeup and skincare products, and I actually love this. It's a little trio, so you can kind of just like twist it open. Sorry, it's a little gross because I use it all the time, but it's highlight, contour, and blush. They're all cream products, so they blend in really nicely, but I'm using it for the blush right now. And the next question says, what made you choose SCAD, and are you originally from Georgia? So I am not. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana, for anyone that doesn't know. I was born there and raised 30 minutes outside of the city, so I've been in Louisiana my entire life. So at my high school, we had like college recruiters come in, basically, who would like talk about college opportunities and majors and all that. So I actually went and talked to the SCAD rep who had come in, and I knew that I didn't want to go to LSU, which is our state school that like basically 90% of people go to from where I'm from, which nothing wrong with it at all. It's totally normal to go to your state school. It's great, very affordable if you're going to in-state school, and if you want to be close to home, there's a ton of benefits to going to your state school. But just personally, me and Noah, we had been dating since high school, and both of us were just kind of like, that doesn't really feel like us, you know, like we didn't want to do that. And so we ended up touring SCAD together, either our junior or senior year of high school, and we ended up loving it. Both of my siblings went to out-of-state schools and loved their experiences, met so many people, and like didn't regret it at all. So I knew I kind of wanted to do that as well, just because it puts you out of your comfort zone, it makes you meet new people, and there's just so many new opportunities. So that is kind of like what made me want to look into other schools. And then SCAD just like ended up being perfect. It had the major that I wanted, it had the major that Noah wanted, and Savannah and New Orleans are extremely similar, so it still felt very homey. That's kind of like how we went about it, and now I can't imagine going anywhere else. If you're interested, I definitely recommend doing a SCAD tour. The school is beautiful. There are a ton of job opportunities after you graduate. I apologize for the quality change. The camera is just giving me so many issues, it keeps shutting off, and like now it says it's overheated. So we're switching to my iPhone for the rest of the video. I need to get more of this. It is so out. I'm using like the very end of it. But this is the powder that I use, nothing special. It's just all my loose finishing powder in 200 light medium. I've been using this literally since high school. It's just a really good basic powder. So the next question said, how do you get the TikTok watermark off of your videos to share to Reels? So there's two ways you can go about this. One is directly through the TikTok app. It's a little hack. So when you save the video to your camera roll, like you like click the three little dots in the bottom right corner or something, and you click save video, as the percentage is like going up to 100 to save it, in the middle of it, when it's at like 60 or 70, whatever you can get at, like swipe up and switch to a different app mid-save and just sit on that app for like 2 seconds, and then swipe up and switch back into TikTok and let it finish saving. For whatever reason, you kind of like hack the system, and when it saves to your camera roll, the watermark is gone. So that's one option. It can be really easy, or other times it gives me a lot of trouble and I have to try like 10 different times to get it right. But if you don't feel like going through that headache, then there is a website, I think it's called like TikMate or something. I don't remember the exact name, and I'm filming on my phone so I can't check. I'll put the website here that I use. It's safe. It has never given me any troubles, or like I've never gotten hacked or anything from using this website. But basically you just copy and paste the TikTok link and you are able to download the TikTok without the watermark through there. So those are the two different tools that I use. Next question said carousel post or static, like one feed post. And personally, when I'm shooting, I always try and shoot multiple photos, multiple angles, just so that I have a variety of photos to include. So I always do carousel posts. I always do carousel posts because the longer amount of time that people spend on your post, the more the algorithm is going to push it. It thinks, okay, these people are liking this post, they're staying on it longer to swipe through all these images, and ultimately that will boost your post even more. So if you can, I definitely recommend doing carousel posts over just one photo. Okay, next up, I am going in with a powder blush. This is by It Cosmetics. It's called Bye Bye Pores Blush in Naturally Pretty Warm Peach. I also need to restock on this. But I'm also open to trying out new products. So if any of you guys have like your holy grails, like, oh my God, if she's not using this, you need to get on it, leave them in the comments, because I feel like I'm gonna be going to Ulta soon or placing a Sephora order, just because I'm like running low on a bunch of different products. So if you have anything that I should be trying out, please let me know in the comments. Next up, and I should have done this before I did powder, but I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty highlight. It's called Liquid Kilowatt. This stuff is super pigmented. Like, you need the slightest dot and you'll be good to go. Like, that is literally how much I'm using, and just watch. Like, oh my God. Next question says, what is your dream job if money wasn't a thing? Honestly, I don't know, because I feel like I have so many different interests, but honestly, like I feel like what I'm doing is my dream job. So I feel like I want to say that, but like if this wasn't a thing, I feel like I would really love to be either an interior designer, and when I say that I mean interior decorator, because SCAD offers an interior design program and it's basically interior architecture. I didn't know that was a thing. So I like interior decorating, like picking out like throw blankets and pillows and rugs and like decorations. So I love doing that. I helped my parents like redo some parts of our house over quarantine, and I had so much fun with it. So that is definitely like, if I had to pick a different career, maybe that or wedding planning. I know wedding planning can be so stressful, but I like seeing projects like come together from the planning phases. Those are probably two of the jobs that I would consider if I wasn't doing influencing. The next question says, what is like a dream of yours that you hope to fulfill one day? There's a bunch, but I feel like they're all kind of like related to what I'm doing. So I know I've talked about this a few times. A few of my big goals of companies that I want to work with are Revolve. I'm currently a Revolve ambassador, so you could shop my favorites. I'll link them down below if you want to check them out. But I've never been like gifted PR from Revolve, and I know that they do like Revolve trips and like Revolve events, and so that's kind of like one of my ultimate goals. And then I would also love to work with Abercrombie, Aloe Yoga, Urban, PacSun, there's a bunch. So those are all kind of some of my goals for this year or in the coming years of brands I want to work with. Okay, next up we are doing brows, and this has become one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine. So I'm using the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. It's their brow styling wax. I'm obsessed with this. I never really do anything to my brows until recently once I got this product. So it basically makes it look like you have brow lamination, which I almost got done until I discovered this product. I just brush them all up with a spoolie, and this is what it looks like. Just brush them up, and I kind of go on like an angle because I don't want them to be straight up, but I still want them to look fluffy and full. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So I had one person ask, how do like I stay organized? Like, do I use Google Docs? Do I have a planner? And I actually use both. So I have a planner that just has like overall dates for like school events, random stuff. But in terms of content, I started a Google Sheets where I like organize all of my collabs. So I'll have like my point of contact, what the deliverables are, due dates, if it's been completed, if payment has been received, all of that stuff. So that's kind of how I stay organized with that. And then like on another note, it's just a matter of like having good time management and like being able to plan out your week, plan out your weekends so that you can like get everything done on time, because there are due dates, stuff has to be approved, and sometimes you might have to reshoot content. So yeah, it's just a matter of having good time management and staying super organized, and I do that with my planner and Google Sheets. Okay, so the next question was, how do you get on PR lists? And I am on, for one, I'm on Beach Riot's PR list, I'm pretty sure. They reach out probably like once a month, sometimes twice a month, whenever they're having a new launch. And they allow me to pick out like selects of anything that I would like to receive. And I'm not really required to post in it, but I do just because I genuinely love their stuff and I love them as a brand. It's just like once you've worked with a brand once, if they love your content and you went over the moon to provide them with extra content that wasn't asked because you genuinely love their stuff, that's a great way to get on their PR list, because they're like, okay, like all we asked for was a story, and she did a story, a feed post, a TikTok, all these extra things without us having to ask. Like, we know we can count on her to provide organic, authentic content without us having to ask. And so that's kind of like a good way to get on PR lists. And it usually happens after you've worked with the brand once or twice and they know that they can count on you as a content creator. Last up, I'm going in with the YSL. It's called their Lash Clash mascara. This is brand new. I was just sent this actually a few days ago, and I've used it twice so far and I really like it. It has like a very big brush. And this kind of goes off of that last question where sometimes you can have PR agencies reach out to you. I don't know how to go about reaching out to them. I've only been contacted by them. So they will send me an email and just be like, hey, we work with these clients and some of them would love to add you to their PR list to get sent products. Is this something you want to sign up for? And if so, they usually send you like a form, or they ask for like shipping details, sizes, whatever it may be that they need. and then you can randomly get sent product from PR. And so that is actually how I received this mascara, which is so cool. So that is another way. All right, you guys, this is the final look. Very simple, but yeah, this is how it ended up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some of your questions answered if you sent them in, and I will see you guys in my next video.